Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will be discussing about names. A name is a string of characters used to identify some entity in a program. A name is a string of characters used to identify some entity in a program. Names are associated with the labels, subprograms, formal parameters, etc. Primary design issue for names. What is the maximum length of a name? Can connector characters to be used in names? Are names case sensitive? Are the special words reserved words or keywords? So name is a string of characters used to identify some entity in a program. Names are associated with labels, subprograms, formal parameters, etc. The primary design issues for names. What is the maximum length of a name? Can connector characters to be used in names? Are names case sensitive? Are the special words reserved or keywords? Now what is variable? Variable is an abstraction of a computer memory cell or collection of cells. Variables are names for memory locations. A variable consists of six attributes: name, address, value, type, lifetime, and scope. So address of a variable is the memory address with which it is associated. It is possible for the same name to be associated with different addresses at the same places. The address It is possible for the same name to be associated with different addresses at different places. The address of a variable is sometimes called its L value because that is what required when a variable appears in the left side of an assignment statement. L value. Aliases. When more than one variable name can be used to access a single memory location, the names are called aliases. If variables x and y are aliases, any change to x also changes y and vice versa. Aliasing makes program verification difficult. Type. The type of a variable determines the range of values a variable can have and the set of operations that are defined for values of the type. Integer in C value range from 0 to 2 raised to 16 minus 1 and operations like addition, multiplication, etc. The type of a variable determines the range of values a variable can have and the set of operations that are defined for the values of the type. Integer in C value range from 0 to 2 raised to 16 minus 1 and operations like addition, multiplication, etc. The value. The value of a variable is the contents of the memory cell or cell associated with the variables. Value is also called the R value because that is what is required when the variable is used on the right side of an assignment statement. The concept of binding. Binding is an association between an attribute and an entity or between an operation and a symbol. Attribute, entity, type, variable, operation, symbol, multiplication into binding time. The time at which the binding takes place is called binding time. Binding can take place at language design time, language implementation time, compile time, link time, load time, runtime, etc. Example: the into symbol is usually bound to multiplication operation at a language design time. A variable in C program is bound to a particular data type during compile time. Consider the following case, following C assignment statement, whose variable has been as defined as int sum is equal to sum plus 1. What are the bindings and the binding times? Set of possible types for sum, bound at language design time. Type of sum, bound at compile time. Value of sum, bound at execution time. Set of possible meanings for the operation symbol plus bound at language design time. Meaning of the operator symbol plus in this statement bound at compile time. Internal representation of the literal one bound at compile time. Binding of attributes to variables. If binding occurs during compile time, then it is static compile time binding. If the binding occurs during runtime, then it is dynamic runtime binding. Type binding. How the type is specified and when the binding takes place. Types can be specified statically through some form of explicit or implicit declaration. Explicit declaration is a statement in a program that lists variable names and specifies their data type. Implicit declaration is a means of associating variables with data types through the default convention instead of declaration statements. In Fortran, an identifier is not declared is implicitly declared, and if the identifier begins with one of the letters I, J, K, L, M, N, M, O, N, it is implicitly declared to be integer type, otherwise implicitly declared to be real type. This prevents the compilation process from detecting programmer errors. Variables that are accidentally left undeclared by the programmer are given default types and cause errors that are difficult to diagnose. Real a comma b number is equal to plus b. Static type binding. Variable is bound to its data type during compile time. C, C++, Java. Dynamic type binding. In dynamic type binding, the type is not specified by declaration statement. The variable is bound to a type when it is assigned a value in an assignment statement. When this assignment statement is executed, the variable being assigned is bound to the type of the value. The variable or expression on the right side of the assignment. Advantage is it provides great programming flexibility. Disadvantages are it is incorrect types of right sides of assignment are not detected as errors, but the type of the left side is simply changed to incorrect type. Example: suppose A and B are integer variables and C is a floating variable. A sim program needs an assignment statement A is equal to C. Because of the typing error typed the assignment state as in dynamic type binding, no error is detected by the compiler. A is simply changed to floating type, but C was used instead of correct variable b. The results are errorless. Other disadvantage of dynamic type binding is cost. Every variable must have a description associated with it to maintain the current type. The strong storage usage for value of a variable must be of varying size because different type values require different amount of storage. Example: Python, PHP, Perl. So this is all for today's video. I hope you like my video. Thanks for watching. God bless.